Good afternoon, I'm Teoh, obstetrician, gynecologist and fertility specialist in Perth. Today I'm going to talk about gene technology in IVF treatment. So if a couple come to see us and if they are worried about their family carry certain genes that can cause certain serious illness, then we can use the technology of pre-implantation genetic diagnosis. Basically, we check the gene of the embryos before putting the embryos back into the womb. So, for example, certain genes are responsible for cancer or serious illness during childhood or later on in life. So we can check the genes of the embryos that we have obtained from IVF, and we can pick and choose those genes those embryos that don't have the genes, and put them back so that when a baby is grown, the baby doesn't carry that gene. Now we can in the lab. That's a step further. Actually, there are experiments on when you have embryos of the animals, you can basically alter or change the gene of the embryos of the animals, and when they grow into baby and adult animals, then some conditions, some illness can be prevented. So those are experimental in the lab. We thought, look, we can prevent illness by changing the gene of the embryos. Now, that's an interesting news. A few days ago, this professor claimed that he managed to change the gene of an embryo to prevent two girls in the womb from being infected with HIV. Now, what he did is changing the gene, the receptor of the immune cells. So immune cells, when certain things bind to the receptors, they have certain response. So he claimed that he changed the receptor CCR5, which is responsible for how HIV getting into the cells and cause infection of HIV. Now his practice has been condemned by scientists, doctors, and by the public. Why did he choose CCR5? Why not, do something a bit, just for argument, why did he choose CCR5? My suspicion or my guessing is maybe, it is available. Somehow he knows he knew how to do CCR5 rather than any other genes. However, those practices are illegal in many countries, in most countries in the world, in fact, because we don't know the effect. For example, CCR5 protect an individual from being infected with flu, and which is more likely to cause death, I guess, in this day and age. And also, our immune system is like an orchestra; they work together, so protecting the person from certain which is responsible for cancers and infections and inflammation and everything. So by changing that, we don't know whether there's any other long-term effect. So I'm glad that his practice has been condemned and the government of his country said it is illegal. So the message to pass on today is, while technology can improve lives and prevent illness, but abuse of new technology without being validated is a dangerous act, and it should be illegal. And yep, that's it for today. Thank you. Bye.